So I'm Vivek Singh, Joint Managing Director of Procam International, and we are the promoters of the 4 big international running events in India, which is Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore and Kolkata. So Procam International was founded by my brother Anil, myself, and we had a partner at that time, one of India's finest tennis players, Enrico Peperno. And it was founded on the simple belief to give sportsmen a better opportunity, playing platform, and to educate the corporates in spending some part of the advertising rupee into developing sports. In 1988, when we started, we couldn't even imagine the success it would be. Sports was no industry. Today you see sports has become front page news. They say that the worth of a nation is being measured in gold, in terms of the gold medals that they win at various prestigious events. So it's very interesting that journey Procam has been privileged to see up close and personal, from a non-sporting country we're becoming a much more sporting country every day. So Procam started with a simple philosophy to ameliorate the condition of sportsmen, to ameliorate the standard of sporting events, and to educate the corporates and to educate the businesses to spend some part of the advertising rupee in sport. Procam has been in sport since 1988, and we've done about 60 to 70 world events in India and a few outside India as well. So it has been since early 2000 in our minds to do a major marathon-like event in India. And we actually studied the London model, and we became complete believers of what the power of this simple sporting event can be. And we saw people of all ages, all socio-economic categories, lawyers, doctors, mothers, grandmothers, and they had a look in their eye which we had only seen in professional sports people. The look in their eye said, I'm not what I am, but I'm an athlete for the next 5, 6, 7 hours. And that's a wonderful thing. And we said, if there's a sporting event that can make a common person believe he or she is an athlete, then that event is worth something. 2004, the first Standard Chartered Mumbai Marathon took place, and it was a huge success. We are blessed that it became a watershed moment in Indian sporting history. We are blessed that the Standard Chartered Mumbai Marathon went on to becoming a movement, a revolution of running. Today, running is the fastest growing sporting activity in India. More and more people, young, old, rich, poor, are lacing up and beginning to run. Running is the mother of all sports. Whether you want to be a cricketer, a footballer or a hockey player, the first thing you need to do is to lace up your shoes and be able to run. So it's very nice that we have been put in a situation, we've been blessed to be able to actually transform the lives of millions of people. Procam has been in sport, which is something great, which is obviously one of the basic ways of staying fit. And the marathons, which was inclusive in its nature, which involved everybody and all kinds of people, has given a great inspiration to people to stay fit. They have something to stay fit for. They know the third Sunday of January in Mumbai, in November in Delhi, May in Bangalore, December in Calcutta. They know that this big event is coming and they need to work towards it. So people have started training for that. People want to set their personal bests for that. They aspire to set a certain target. So I feel the whole conversation has changed, and there are more people who, thanks to the simple platform of running, have become connected to health and fitness, have become addicted to health and fitness, have become conscious of health and fitness. And I think that's leading to a fitter generation. And that's important because that leads to a fitter India. And that's what we want to see. You know, we were very happy when my friend Jackie Valecha and his partners brought in the Golds franchise to India. Golds is absolutely the gold standard for gyms around the world. And we who have been a part of the sports industry, who have been a part of the health and fitness industry, saw this happening and we were delighted. It's about 15 years ago, and the first Gold's Gym opened, if I'm not mistaken, at Nepean Road in Mumbai. And it was a wonderful facility. People were talking about it. People couldn't believe that a 14,000 square foot gym would open right in central Mumbai, where we all know what the real estate is like. But it opened, and I remember various initiatives that the team at Gold's Gym took, something called pre-registrations. Those days, pre-registrations for gymnasiums were unheard of. So Gold's ushered in a slew of new initiatives. It was a very bold step on behalf of the promoters. And I think in many ways, Gold's Gym has revolutionized the fitness industry when it comes to fitness centers. Nobody would make such a large investment on a gym space. Nobody would talk about pre-registration. Nobody would charge the prices Gold would, and Gold's delivered on it. So we are very happy, and today we are very happy to know that the gym and the fitness culture has exploded across India. There are more gyms per square kilometer than they ever existed in India. We know that Gold's has been at the forefront. We know that the franchise that Jaggi brought into India has now made him probably the most valuable franchisee of Gold's Gym in the world. And I think thanks to efforts of people like this, the consciousness on health and fitness has greatly increased. Today, fitness and health are absolute table conversations in every family, in every home. This wasn't there 15-20 years ago. And that's important, because thanks to conveniences, thanks to the gadgets, we're leading more and more of a sedentary life. So we've got to make a concerted effort to go out there and work out, to go out there and play. Fitness for me is something very important. I lead a very active lifestyle. I still play sport wherever I can. I swim, I cycle, I run whenever I can. And I think fitness needs to be viewed from a very more holistic perspective. You should be fit enough to encash the checks that your mind wants to write. So it could be different for me, it could be different for somebody else. I want to lead a certain lifestyle, I should be fit enough to do that. As long as I'm fit enough to do that, I don't need to stress about fitness. Fitness should not be about comparing oneself with another, because each one's mind writes certain checks on what they would like to do physically. And I think it's important that you're able to encash the checks that your mind writes, that gives you a smile on your face, that makes you feel good. Personally, I love fitness. I am fortunate to be able to stay fit. I have a regimen which involves swimming, which involves cycling, which involves yoga. And thanks to that, I've been blessed to be able to stay as fit as one would like to. So fitness is something which should not be in my mind, should not compare with others. You should be as fit as what gives you happiness, as what makes you go through your day with a smile. Delighted it's the 15th anniversary of Gold's Gym. Not only do we wish it all the best, but we really wish that it grows from strength to strength. It has in many ways revolutionized the entire fitness center industry in India. And I remember when it came up 15 years ago, we were so happy. It was completely path-breaking at that time. And I think the initiatives taken by Gold's Gym remain path-breaking. So God bless and good luck. Congratulations on shaping lives for 15 years, and wish you 100 more.